Welcome back to African Reads Comics, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of comic books, their characters, and the stories that shape pop culture. Today, we are tackling one of the most dramatic transformations in comic book history, the story of how Iron Man went from being a middling, almost forgettable Marvel Comics character to the iconic face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's suit up and dive in. Iron Man made his debut in Tales of Suspense number 39 back in 1963, created by the legendary team of Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, Don Hecht, and Jack Kirby. He was designed to be a symbol of American capitalism and military ingenuity during the Cold War. Tony Stark wasn't just a superhero, he was a wealthy industrialist and a weapons manufacturer, a bold and controversial choice meant to challenge the anti-war and countercultural movements of the 1960s. But here's the problem: while Spider-Man was swinging into readers' hearts with his relatable struggles, and the X-Men were connecting with audiences as symbols of social justice, Tony Stark was a billionaire arms dealer. Not exactly the everyman hero readers wanted to root for. Hey guys, just a quick reminder. If you're enjoying this video, please support me by clicking the like button and subscribing to my channel. It really helps a lot in growing this small channel, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, let's get back to the video. So why didn't Iron Man click with readers? First, let's talk about relatability. Tony Stark's problems were elite problems: corporate takeovers, inventing new gadgets, and maintaining his playboy lifestyle. Meanwhile, readers connected with heroes like Peter Parker, who juggled homework, heartbreak, and bills. Then there's the storytelling. While other Marvel characters were diving into groundbreaking themes, like Spider-Man's struggles with responsibility or the X-Men's battles against prejudice, Iron Man's stories often revolved around corporate espionage or fights with technologically powered villains. Sure, there were standout moments, like the famous Demon in a Bottle arc, where Tony battled alcoholism, but those deeper narratives weren't consistent enough to elevate him as a character. Another issue was Iron Man's world. His supporting cast and villains just weren't as memorable as those of other Marvel heroes. Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan were mostly one-dimensional early on, and even though Rhodey brought some energy in the 80s, the dynamics didn't match the compelling relationships seen in the Spider-Man or Fantastic Four comics. And let's talk about villains. Iron Man's rogues gallery was underwhelming. The Mandarin, his most notable foe, was steeped in racial stereotypes, making him problematic and dated. Other villains like Whiplash or Justin Hammer, they lacked the gravitas to really challenge Tony or captivate readers. Now, Iron Man wasn't completely irrelevant, he was a founding member of the Avengers. But here's the thing: within the team, he was overshadowed by bigger personalities like Captain America, the team's moral leader, and Thor, with his mythological grandeur. Marvel's real stars during the 1960s to the 1990s were Spider-Man, the X-Men, and even the Fantastic Four. Iron Man was never a flagship character, and it showed in Marvel's marketing, media adaptations, and even the focus of their creative teams. Fast forward to 2008, and Iron Man's story took a dramatic turn. Marvel Studios, then still building its identity, made a bold decision to use Iron Man, yes, Iron Man, as the launchpad for their cinematic universe. It was a gamble, but it paid off. Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Tony Stark redefined the character. He brought wit, charm, and vulnerability to a hero who had often felt distant in the comics. The MCU also modernized Tony's origin, shifting it from the Vietnam War to Afghanistan, making it more relevant to a post-9/11 audience. Suddenly, Tony Stark wasn't just a billionaire in a suit, he was a man seeking redemption, a flawed genius trying to right his wrongs. The MCU made Iron Man the centerpiece of its universe, elevating him from a B-list comic book character to a global icon. His arc, from arrogant playboy to selfless savior, captivated millions, and his journey became the emotional backbone of the entire franchise. The irony is that Marvel's financial struggles in the 90s led them to sell off film rights for Spider-Man and the X-Men, forcing them to focus on lesser-known heroes like Iron Man. What started as a necessity turned into one of the greatest success stories in pop culture history. So, what's the lesson here? Even the most unlikely heroes can rise to greatness with the right vision, storytelling, and a little reinvention. Iron Man's journey from comic book obscurity to MCU legend is proof of that. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to African Reads Comics for more incredible stories from the world of comics. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite Iron Man moment. Until next time, stay curious, stay passionate, and keep reading.